Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the first episode of Talking About Anime. No presenting.
So it's welcome to Talking About Anime, or TBA, if you will.
Yeah, I might throw in the clip of me explaining the TBA.
That'd probably be good because some people might not have heard that first part, and they're gonna be like TBA.
Yeah. I'll throw it in at the end, bloopers and stuff. Like I said, I might throw in bloopers.
There might be some bloopers,
and now I kind of have to. But anyways,
especially with both of us getting together, there's gonna be some bloopers.
So, to actually start this episode, like the title suggests, talking about anime, we're just gonna be reviewing some anime show. Either the first few episodes or the first season. We could try like one show per month being a whole season, and like one or two being the first few episodes or something like that. Because obviously this is the first episode, so we don't really know what we're doing.
Yeah, this is a screen test, basically.
Viewer feedback is of course encouraged. If you prefer if we only do first few episodes, or if you prefer if we do full seasons or mix and match, then just let us know how much of each you would want.
They probably don't know who I am.
Oh, yeah.
Because they might have heard my voice.
Mm-hmm. But you've been in like one or two other videos.
On camera?
Not on camera, I guess. If you don't recognize his voice from those one or two videos, this is Nick, my brother-in-law.
How's it going?
Anything else you want to say?
No, because if I try to say something, he'll probably edit it out. Because he knows what I really want to say.
Yeah, but I am quite lazy. So I probably won't edit much.
So I can...
But I'm not that lazy. So,
so that won't be there.
Nope.
So there's going to be do you want to say something? And then a cut to...
Ta-da!
There you go.
The anime we're talking about today, if we're actually going to make it to that point...
I believe so.
Is Zatch Bell. It's an anime. Obviously, a bit of a whack. I would say so. A bit of a wacky anime, I would guess. I would say... specifically on Crunchyroll, it's one of the only ones that I've seen that was actually put on English dub before English sub, which I think is pretty interesting.
But it was interesting, but I gotta be honest, just getting right into this review part, me being in my 20s, having it English dubbed instead of English subbed, the entire time I was watching it, the only thing I could think about was Jimmy Neutron.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the show...
True. We'll probably be talking about some bits of spoilery stuff. Not too much, because it's only the first few episodes.
I don't think that would be a spoiler.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the plot of the show.
Yeah, just one of the characters is voiced by the character that played Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, and so, because I grew up with Jimmy Neutron, it was in my mind a lot.
Right. And again, because he's only seen the first 5 episodes...
5.5. I kind of got interrupted by my 3-month-old child through the sixth episode.
I've seen quite a few episodes. I'm not sure exactly how many. Probably like 50. But obviously I haven't seen the entire anime. But I obviously have seen more, so I know more about the show.
Yeah, and I know. I think on Crunchyroll there's only 100 episodes, and I don't even think because he has Crunchyroll membership. Premium membership, so I can't even watch all 100 with mine. I can only get up to like 75 or something like that. You have to have premium to get from all the way to 100.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought the whole season was...
No, yeah, it's blocked off and it's got a little crown in the thing, so I can't even click on episode 100. I mean, I don't know why I would. I've only watched 5. Yeah. So. But if you want to watch the whole thing, I imagine you'd have to get the membership.
Right. And there is a 2-week free premium trial that I'm pretty sure is standard for like anyone with a new email address can just sign up and get a free premium trial.
Was offered.
And
I got on.
Then I always see all these like oh, well, because this other show that's promoting Crunchyroll, if you do with the URL with their like little bit at the end, then you get a free trial. And I keep thinking, doesn't everyone get a free trial? Why is
it might be like a second or an extended trial or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I don't know. But I don't have one of those URLs. I'm not sponsored at all. I'm just doing this because I like anime.
So, if you are involved in Crunchyroll and you want to sponsor somebody, he's right here.
We haven't even talked about the anime very much at all this episode.
No. Well, this is the first episode. We're kind of building into the show. This one might be a little bit longer of an episode just because...
Quite a bit longer.
We're telling you what's going on
and
with our show.
And we have no idea what we're doing.
Exactly. the only thing about reviews I know are from watching movie reviewers on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jeremy Johns.
Yeah.
Chris Stuckman. I watch Chris Stuckman.
Yeah. I just watched Jeremy Johns. Yeah. But anyways, back to the anime.
Yes. Sorry.
And then again, of course, right back off of the anime. It'll have like slight bits of spoilers. I'll obviously try not to spoil anything for him, even though he doesn't care about spoilers.
I don't. No caring about spoilers whatsoever.
The way this club will work, or anime club review, whatever you want to call it, I'll let you know what we're going to be watching for the next week, this week, so that you'll know in advance what we're going to watch.
So basically, he'll let me know what I'm going to be watching the next week, because I have no idea.
Yeah. You can,
Well, I think we kind of discussed the second episode already.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know if we're going to do like the first 5 episodes, first season or so that you know what to watch, so that when we're talking about it, it's not as much of a spoiler.
Right.
And then you can actually participate in like the comments and leave reviews and stuff like that.
Or if you don't want to watch them and you want to just see what we think about them, someone who, honestly, how would you say how much anime do you watch? Are you're an anime fan?
I would say obviously. I'm an anime fan. I don't want to say I watch a lot of anime because there's not a huge group of anime that I watch. I'm not constantly looking for new anime or anything. I tend to just binge watch a series or two every now and then. But I feel like it's a bit of a broad anime. I know the anime culture and such. I know of a lot.
I do not. I am for those people out there who are new to anime or have no idea. I've never watched an anime. I have watched some. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I'm not new to anime. I mean, English old school anime like Dragon Ball Z, of course. Mm-hmm. But even some newer stuff that I'm into, but not very much. Only like 2 series, I would say, that I watch of anime. 2 different series. Mm-hmm. And so we'll probably review both of those, which I'll have stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Like the first month or 2. So with that being said, the show Zatch Bell, I find it interesting because I originally watched it in English before I really thought of it as an anime. It was just sort of like a Saturday morning cartoon type of thing, even though it wasn't on Saturday. But I saw it more of as just like an English cartoon that I realized later was anime, which is why I think it's interesting that on Crunchyroll they have it English dubbed, which means, obviously, if you don't know, that it's actually English voice actors rather than just the subtitles. With Japanese voice actors. Did you have something to say about that?
No, I was just going to comment that it's weird when it's an anime and it's English dubbed. I can't watch it with subtitles. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the times the actors or voice actors say it in a way that we in America or wherever country they are in. I don't want to be nationalist, I guess, but I'm American.
Yeah.
They say it in the way that we would say it, and then the subtitles are the translation, so it's a little off. So I just think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. But I don't, whether it's subbed or dubbed, I don't really have a preference. I watch both. Mm-hmm. So
I generally prefer subbed because the voice acting is definitely not the best. It's I'm not sure how much of it you experience in the first 5 episodes, but it's like they'll put weird emphasis on points or like say half a sentence, wait a second, and then finish the sentence.
No,
and
I think I got that from it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things. It kind of, it seems a little bit, it's a slow pickup. Mm-hmm. A little bit. Once, I'm trying not to spoil anything. If I do, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Through the first 5 episodes, all I've seen, episode 5 was my favorite. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The first couple were a little slower, explaining kind of the mindset of the characters. Mm-hmm. So it's not a bad watch.
Mm-hmm. One of the things I like about the show is that even though it does get a bit, I like using the term wacky or like childish, where they have really exaggerated expressions a lot of the times.
Yeah. Finish it and then I'll comment on that.
They have a lot of exaggerated expressions where they just really freak out over this one thing or get really angry about something. They do have moments where it does get serious and it gets dramatic and emotional, and to me at least, like, I get the feels, like I get the chills when I think about certain moments in the show. So I personally try to think more about those dramatic, serious moments, and then the wacky moments are like, oh yeah, I guess that's kind of funny.
And to comment on that, that's one of the things through the first 4 episodes that I saw was with that exaggerated. There's a lot of exaggerated moments, but what turned me off was the animational changes in those moments. They animated the exaggeration more than I think they needed to, and so it was kind of like they tried to put an emphasis on how funny it was supposed to be, and it kind of threw me, kind of pulled me back. Like, I didn't find it as funny in that sense. I guess I'm more of a, I mean, I like comedy. I guess I'm more of a dramatical guy, though. I kind of like this watching a serious thing going on. Zatch Bell is a mixture of the two. I'm not, and through the first 5 episodes, I'm not sure which way they're laying. I mean, I'm sure you would know through 50 if it's going more one way than the other.
It does kind of balance between the two, where they, like I already said, they do have those moments where they have the big bug-eye, 50-foot jaw, or...
And that's what threw me off.
Yeah, the cartoony style. Like, that's why, especially because it's English dubbed, it feels more like an English cartoon rather than a Japanese anime, even though it's kind of hard to draw the line between the two.
But because I don't watch a lot of anime, I'm not sure how many other animes do that.
True. Because I haven't seen, like, every anime, so I don't know how much. I could just be preferenced to the more realistic anime, like Sword Art, Attack on Titan, stuff like that. So it is more on the cartoony side rather than the realistic side. But I would definitely say it's still the dramatic nature. And we still haven't talked anything about what the show's about.
Well, we're giving our... Well, this is kind of we're reviewing the style of the show.
Yeah.
And then, so we can... We'll review both style and plot. I mean, we don't want to talk too much about plot. Right. I mean, I guess... we're gonna, if we say what's going on in the first 5 episodes, I'm not sure how much of a spoiler that is.
Because the first 5 episodes are spent building up the main characters and how their mechanic works and how the rest of the series is generally going to progress.
Yeah.
So to explain what the first 5 episodes explain. So this is kind of spoilery, but it's the first 5 episodes.
Spoiler on the first 5.
The main character, Kyo, is this middle schooler, which I still find weird that he's a middle schooler because he looks like an adult, basically, or like at least high school.
The ages of the characters are not very pronounced. Like, it says he's a middle schooler, but the way he would act, he would either be more just like right out of high school, like going into college. It definitely does not play out like a middle school, or at least my middle school. I don't know how middle schools are in Japan.
But he's this middle schooler who super smart, kind of like too cool for school type of kid, ditching class and everything. And his father sends him a gift, which is this kid, Zatch Bell.
He sends him a gift.
Who flies in on an eagle, breaks through the room, and is carrying a giant fish. You have to see it to understand.
So this is the comedy side we're coming in on.
Yeah, the comedy side.
It kicks you off with comedy.
And this Zatch Bell has this mysterious red book where the language doesn't look like any other kind of language they've ever seen, but for some reason there's this one part that's highlighted in red that Kyo can read, even though it looks the same as the rest and no one else can read it. And it eventually is discovered in like the first episode or 2 that it's this spell book that when Kyo reads the spell, Zatch unleashes this lightning attack, but Zatch doesn't like recognize that he's the one doing it.
Yeah, whenever Kyo reads the spell, it like Zatch like blacks out. He doesn't know what's going on. He's kind of got, and he doesn't know where he's from. So he shows up, and all he knows is that this kid's dad sent him to him to help him make friends.
Right.
And so it's like he doesn't know anything about himself or where he's from, what he's supposed to do. You know, he just kind of follows Kyo around, basically the first couple episodes.
Even when Kyo really doesn't want him to follow him around.
Yeah.
He is really mean.
Oh, no, yeah, he's a mean guy.
It's real mean.
and that goes back to, the age doesn't fit with how he acts towards this how this middle schooler acts towards this kid who would be
like maybe 10,
maybe 10, yeah, in elementary school. Like it just doesn't seem like he's acting like a middle schooler. It seems like he's an adult talking to a child.
Yeah,
not a child talking to a child.
Yeah. So I'll discuss what's more discussed in the 4th and 5th episode, because like I said, the first episode is more about Zatch and Kyo and their interaction and their sort of explanation, or what's the term? Exposition. So then the second episode introduces the first antagonist, even though the antagonist only lasts the second and third episode, where it's another guy with another kid and a spell book, except they use ice instead of electricity, and they have this battle where when Zatch and Kyo hit their book, or at least do enough damage to their opponent, then the book catches on fire and the enemy kid disappears. And then that's their first introduction to how that works.
Yeah, it's their first introduction to... There's more... Well, I guess it's not their first introduction to there's more kids like this.
That's true.
But it's their first introduction to what's going on. So it's your first look at, okay, this is going to be how the series plays out.
Mm-hmm. And then in the 4th and 5th episode, another human with a character, which they discuss is now called a Momodo,
right.
There are these 100 Momodo that have been brought to Earth to have the battle to become the Momodo King, where there's a human partner that uses the spell book for the Momodo to use the spell, and they're supposed to battle it out to see who becomes king.
Right. And that's where I left off.
Mm-hmm.
There was a cool battle in the 5th episode.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be honest, that one was pretty cool.
Intense.
The 5th episode, I do not believe there was any comedy in that episode.
Yeah.
It was a full-on dramatic battle episode, which got me interested more than I was before I started that episode.
Yeah. The thing that I kind of don't like, but does make sense and in some ways kind of do like, is that then after that episode, it kind of becomes a Monster of the Week type of show, where it's just like, oh hey, here's this new Momodo, let's fight him and learn something about ourselves. And oh, here's another Momodo, let's fight him and learn something about ourselves. But they do it in a more connected way, where the lessons they learn about themselves or from other Momodo start to tie into each other, and they start to develop this path of, oh hey, there's this bigger threat than just, oh hey, let's all just fight, and stuff like that. And definitely, I'm going to say episode 8, I believe, really hits you in the feels.
Haven't got there.
Yeah, he hasn't got there, but it's a good one if you want to watch up to there.
We discussed the style and what we thought of the style. We discussed the show.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of got into what we think about the show. I think more it's just going to be the rating system on how we think about the show is going to be.
Yeah.
Because you've already watched 50 episodes, so there's only 100 on Crunchyroll, so I don't know what you want to do. For me personally, I'm gonna have a rating system, 4 points, because it's how it works. My mind works, so I will watch the show with full attention. That would be my highest rating. I will not focus on anything else but this show. And the second one would be, I will watch the show in my spare time, whether that means there's something else while it's on, I'm doing something, or whatever, The third one down, probably, just under 50% of the way, would be that I probably wouldn't continue watching the show, but I would love to research and look up the plot and how everything works out, that the animation style, or just the... what would be the filler isn't really my thing. So, but the main storyline is cool, and I kind of want to know what's going on. And the last one, the bottom one, would just be I'm not interested, and I wouldn't want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 4 categories.
Right. For me, I don't really have like a category list or anything for how to define my rating system. It's just kind of I like it, I'll keep watching it, or I love it, you gotta watch it now, or just it was alright. If you want to, you can watch it type of thing. For me, for Zatch Bell, even though I do really enjoy it and I do want to watch it more, it's definitely not one of those that's like you have to. It's an amazing show. Watch it right now. It's pretty good if you want something to watch, and especially because it's in English. It's kind of a good intro into anime for people that are more inclined to cartoons and such.
That's true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So it's a pretty good introduction leading into the anime style if they're more into just the regular cartoons. So that's kind of my general rating. Is that it's nice. You can watch it if you want.
Yeah, and then using my 4 categories. Sorry, I'm a little off camera. Using my 4 categories, I would actually put it in the bottom half of my categories. I would put it in the... I'm not sure if I want to continue watching it. I would love to see what the storyline is and the plot, because I'm not a big spoiler person. I don't care. I'll look up anything. Even like brand new movies that I've never seen before. I'll look it up before I go watch them like 2 days, before. Yeah, so, but the 5th episode got me. So I think I want to just watch the next couple, see how it goes, and then that'll decide if I really want to watch them. But it's not going to be in my top, focused attention on it. And at this point, it's just I want to know what the main storyline is, and not really what the rest of it, what the rest of the show is going on.
Right.
So
yeah. So I guess we're just kind of wrapping up the episode. This episode. If you have any suggestions for the anime you want us to watch, you can leave them in the comments. We do kind of have a general set, or generally what shows we're going to watch for maybe the next month.
Yeah, maybe the next couple, at least 2.
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 weeks. So we will read your comments and think about...
He will.
I'll read your comments.
Sorry. If it's something directed towards me, you'll tell me.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'll let him know if you're trying to talk to him for whatever reason. I don't know why you want to do that, but anyways.
I'm a likable guy. He's mean.
So yeah, I'll read your comments and take it into consideration. But of course, the next couple weeks we probably have planned just to get the show started.
Yes.
Next week, do you want to do Sword Art?
I would love to do Sword Art.
Sword Art. We're going to talk about
Sword Art. So that kind of
points
points towards what I'm going to talk about. Yeah. I would love to talk about Sword Art next week.
For Sword Art Online, as far as how much of it you should watch, I would say first season, but we're kind of divided on what counts as a season.
We are very... Well, we're not divided.
Yeah.
We agree on what a season is in that show, but it conflicts with the show.
Yeah.
So what is... it's 24 episodes in their season?
25 for the first season.
So we watched in the whole first half? The 12? Or it's 13, I think. Or do you
it's episode 14. So... Okay.
We'll watch that first. Is that... I mean...
Because it sounds like a lot for one... Well, it sounds like a lot for 1 week to watch 25 episodes.
But you're not responsible for watching those. We are.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch them unless you think you want to know what we're talking about before we talk about it.
Yeah. We'll try not to throw in too many spoilers, but...
It's going to be hard for me,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. But it does help if you've at least seen the first 8 episodes. 5 or 8.
I don't even know if you need to see that much. Honestly, the only reason why I would say we're going to watch the first 14 is because I want to watch them again. So that's a spoiler towards next week's episode.
Yeah. I'm always iffy about saying the 14, but you'll see why if you watch it.
We will watch 14.
Yeah.
And then give you a review. You don't... if you want to start out with 1 and just see what you think before we talk about it, we're definitely not going to spoil this one, because this one, we're not going to spoil anything. We're not going to try to spoil any shows.
Right.
We'll just tell you what the first episode is, because you're not going to spoil the first episode.
Yeah.
That's us telling you what the show is about, like we did today with Zatch Bell.
Yeah. I'll definitely not spoil anything past what we say to watch. For Zatch Bell, I've seen past episode 5. I'm not going to specifically spoil.
We'll talk about this off screen, but we're not going to spoil unless we put up a spoiler warning, like he prints something up. Sorry, the other way. Unless he prints something up on the thing. But yeah, so Sword Art Online next week, or next week.
Next week.
Next opportunity we have to get together.
Yeah. Next episode.
We're going to try to do it by weeks. I'm not sure when this is going to be posted. Right. This is because now this is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure when it's going to be posted on YouTube.
Should be on the 6th, which I think is a Friday.
That is the Friday.
Yeah.
That's this Friday.
That should be when this is going up. If you're watching this on like the 13th and it's like, oh hey, tomorrow's when the next episode's going up, don't feel bad if you don't watch the Sword Art season.
Oh yeah.
But if you're already
don't feel bad if you want. Don't feel bad if you don't watch anything we talk about.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not.
Even if you don't watch the episode, clearly you're not listening to us right now. But still, don't feel bad. If anyone, I don't know how that would work, but still.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Nope.
And edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one didn't make sense.
I'm gonna put it in there. Just cause.
Okay.
Blooper maybe.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see about
again,
bloopers.
I think this episode was 20 minutes.
I'm definitely cutting some.
We need to time these.
Yeah, that would be good.
We're gonna try to make them 10 minutes long. This one was definitely gonna be longer because you have no idea what the show is.
Yeah.
And as of that, I think we gave our ratings on Zatch Bell. We told you the style, what we liked and didn't like about the style. We told you the first 5 episodes basically of the show, and then how we felt about that.
Yeah.
Just what we would do with that. So I think Zatch Bell is covered, by us at least. So if you feel like we discouraged you from watching Zatch Bell because we gave it a little bit lower of a rating, then the maker would like us too, but they don't care about us. Who are we?
Yeah, it's like a very old anime.
So sorry if we discouraged you from watching it, but don't take our word for it. Watch it yourself, see what you think.
And right now, I already know there's more that I kind of wanted to say that I haven't said, but it would take a long time and make the episode like 30 minutes long. So at the end of the next episode, I would like to, at the very least, me, if not both of us, would like to respond to the comments that you've left on this video.
Yeah, ask us questions.
And be able to just sort of like do a post review, and give a few more thoughts or just reply to your comments about it.
Well, do you have any quick thoughts about it?
Really quick, just that the manga differs from the anime.
That's where you're going to get him. He's going to talk about that kind of stuff. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I know what manga is. I just don't read it. Okay? So I know what he's talking about. I just don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. And I guess we just want to end it off now? Or?
Yeah, I think that's a good first episode. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you got to see my face on camera. I'm not sure how many times you've heard my voice in his episodes. There might be more episodes of gaming coming up that I'm on, which I would love to do. I'm still trying to talk him into playing Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
So if you would like that, get on him.
Comments. And again, real quick, if you ever want me to play a game or do an anime show or whatever, just leave comments.
And if you want me in it, if you think I'm cool, let him know. I'll be there.
Yeah.
For you guys.
He'll be here.
Calm down. Alrighty.
Alright, so that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Just so you know, I'm probably going to be touching my face a lot.
That's fine.
It's kind of something I do unconsciously. Not subconsciously.
Subconscious.
I might also do it unconsciously. I don't know. I can't see myself when I'm sleeping.
Not many people can.
Post in a comment. I know this isn't going on YouTube.
Potentially. I mean, I could edit that in. I'd like bloopers at the end or something.
Oh, awesome.
Potentially. I might not. I could just be lazy and just cut to this all one cut. I tend to do that with my video.
You don't like editing, I know. Yeah. Okay. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Patrick Ochoa Presents, talking about anime.
Anything else you want to say?
No, because if I try to say something, he'll probably edit it out. Because he knows what I really want to say.
Yeah, but I am quite lazy, so I probably won't edit much.
So I can come in and hello, YouTube. Welcome to Patrick Ochoa Presents, talking about anime.
But I'm not that lazy. So,
so that won't be there.
Nope.
So there's going to be, do you want to say something? And then a cut to...
Ta-da! I really can't think of any other title than Anime Club. Or just Anime Review. It doesn't really have a name. It's just... We're talking about anime.
We don't have to have a name. I'm going to say Patrick Ochoa Presents.
I kind of want to say that the title is TBA, either to be announced or talking about anime.